Hi, I'm Gareth Hollis. Welcome to episode 4 of Everything You Never Needed to Know About Me. If you're watching this one, I'd kind of like to think you've not just jumped in straight at number 4 and you've seen the others. However, I best still give a disclaimer. I'm going to be talking about things, not everything I'm going to be talking about is nice, put it that way. So trigger warning, depression, suicide, assault. I have to keep saying them because they've still not come up yet. And the reason I've not come up is because I'm using a random number generator to tell me what subjects I'm going to be talking about at any one time. So, yeah, I don't know what's coming up. I think it's more interesting that way rather than having a set formula. Let's keep life interesting, mix it up a bit, because keep it random. Life is random. Why should this be any different? Expect potential bad language. I've been trying to be good, but it'll probably creep out at some point. And expect tangents, because unfortunately I'm not a public speaker and tangents happen. So first number we're going to come to is 38. So I'm in a caravan on my driveway and my wife has just entered. That's nice of her. Hi, wife. You're not going to say anything? No. But last time she came in, she did bring me alcohol, so I can't be too upset. 38. Okay, 38 is actually a song. So it is Happy Anniversary. Something I wrote while I was on guard duty, actually, which is when I seem to do a lot of my writing. I ended up writing about 15 songs in a few days last time, just because I'm sat doing nothing for long chunks of time. Happy Anniversary was one that when I originally wrote it, I didn't realise that I was taking a good chunk of the tune from Avril Lavigne, and it didn't bother me too much at the time because I was putting it out for collaboration, and every song so far that's had collaboration, whoever's collaborated has ended up completely changing the tune anyway. But this one, I kind of thought it was worthy of better. And someone got in touch with me. I thought he was originally going to collaborate, and he offered to make me a song quite cheaply, and this was the one I thought was worth doing. And I'm still in the process of doing it at the moment, but it's working out really well, to the point where I'm actually considering maybe even doing crowdfunding or something like that to try and get it made onto CD so I could actually start selling it, purely because I don't have the money to put into this in general. Music is still a hobby to me. I don't expect to earn any money off it. I'm certainly not earning any money off it at the moment, but at some point in the future it'd be nice to think there was the interest there that people might want to buy some of my songs. People keep telling me that the lyrics I'm writing are quite good. In fact, Happy Anniversary only came out of the bag recently because I was looking at entering a lyric writing competition, and I narrowed it down to 3, and the Happy Anniversary was one of them. Not with the lyrics that are currently on YouTube, coincidentally. I changed them up for that, but I just thought it got some appeal to it. So hopefully that will be coming out, and that's also persuaded me to take another couple off my playlist that are of a similar style and put them as almost an anniversary CD. So that's what I'm going to be looking at with the crowdfunding, because at least then I know that I've already got people who are interested before I've even invested the money in it. Well, I suppose technically it's not invested if it's already paid for. I think I've exhausted that one. Next number. Oh, 39. It doesn't seem that random, actually. 39. I'll Love You Eternally. So it's another song, and coincidentally it's one of the songs that's being made, that will be being made to go as like a B-side to Happy Anniversary. So I suppose in some ways that's quite good timing with that one. However, there's another one that's going to be almost a B-side as well, and that one hasn't come up, so maybe it's not as good as it could have been. I'll Love You Eternally was one I originally wrote thinking it'd be a good dance song, well, good dance music, but then I didn't really get a great beat behind it. And it's actually one that did get collaboration first time round. A guy called Dubork in Croatia made a song out of it. He's actually probably, I'd say, the biggest fan, or at least the biggest, the person who uses the most of my lyrics to make his own songs. Although some of that might just be because English isn't his first language, so at least he's getting words that he knows definitely make sense. Although I have to say his English is very good as well. Anyway, going completely different direction with this now, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen because I've not actually heard any of that yet, but it is in the process, and hopefully it'll be out on CD at some point as part of Happy Anniversary. Next number, 25. Nice quick one. Favourite food and drink. Favourite food is pizza. It's always been pizza. I've worked at, I don't know how many now, different pizza places, delivering pizza, things like that. I've delivered pizza in Horncastle, in Hull, in Torquay. That might be actually. But lots of different places in those places. And I never got tired of pizza. If I was going to have a last meal, it'd be pizza. Certainly if I got to choose it beforehand. I recently discovered leftover pizza. It's a great breakfast food. It's something I wasn't. People had talked about leftover pizza before, and I didn't quite get how the concept worked because there was never any leftover pizza. But since being married, my wife tends not to eat a full pizza, and if I don't want to eat a whole pizza and a half, then there is leftover pizza, and it's an amazing breakfast of champions. As for drink, favourite beer would be Doombar. I tend not to drink that much, although being in lockdown has definitely changed that. In fact, drinking right now is what keeps me so young looking, I think. The alcohol, that is, not the lack of alcohol. So if I go to a pub, I quite typically not even drink a lot of the time. And the one rule I've got is that if they've got Doombar on, then I will have Doombar. If not, I'll probably have a Pepsi Max or a Coke Zero or other generic non-sugared cola drink. The other exception to that is probably Amaretto and Coke, which is something I discovered by accident. I was working in the regimental bar when I was in Germany in the Royal Signals, and we had some stuff that was going to be going out because it was out of date, and I thought, I wonder what this tastes like, and I mixed it with some Coke, the Amaretto that is, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing, this is like Dr. Pepper. And I genuinely thought I'd invented this drink of Amaretto and Coke, and it turns out everyone already knew about it. But that's probably my go-to one. I can't drink it when I'm out though, because I've got so used to pouring my own measures that if I have it, if I'm served it from behind the bar, I just can't taste the Amaretto because I'm just not used to having it that week. I'll probably have about 4 shots in a pint glass, and a bottle doesn't last long. I did go through a phase of gin and tonic with elderflower cordial, something that I think it was at a Christmas do with family that my sister had some, and she encouraged me to try it, and I thought, that's really nice actually. And that became my drink of choice for a while, until one day when I didn't think I got hangovers anymore. I thought it was something I'd just kind of aged out of, and I went away for a weekend and ended up drinking the vast majority of a bottle of gin on my own, mixed with some tonic water and the elderflower cordial, just in pint glasses. There was very little left the next day, and the next day I've never felt so bad as that. I had a hangover that actually lasted more than 2 days, which is completely new to me. And because I was with work at the time, and I was with phase 2 students, and I was a phase 3, which meant because I was a transferee rather than a new recruit, I had to, I didn't want to show that it was okay to say, to try and go on sick just from self-inflicted injuries like drinking too much. So I had to carry on trying to work the next day. It was no secret because I'd been out with all of them the night before. But I was so rough, and since then I've never wanted to go near gin again. It's it completely ruined gin for me, which is a shame, because we've still got bottles of it in the cupboard, and I know I'm never ever going to drink it. Sorry, tangent again. See, warned you about the tangents. Next number, in fact, 10 minutes. 35. I've got a feeling that's going to be another song. Uh, 35. Fingers Intertwined. This is actually, I spoke about the songwriting competition. It's something I hadn't considered before because I can't play any instruments. I'm not a great singer. All I do is write lyrics. And I noticed that this particular songwriting competition had got a lyrics section. And I thought this might be a good chance for me to submit something and to see if my lyrics are as good, like if other people think my lyrics are as good as I think they are. Because obviously with me, I'm hearing the tune in my head, I'm hearing all the band playing and things that's obviously not happening in real life. So I'm hearing a song which I think is going to be amazing, but I don't know if it actually is or not. So I thought I'll enter a lyric writing competition, and I narrowed it down to 3 songs, as I said, and I still couldn't decide because it's difficult to be completely impartial just to the lyrics when you can hear the tune in your head. So I ended up asking lots of different people, and Fingers Intertwined was the one that made the cut. That's the one that got the most votes. It wasn't unanimous, but that got most of the votes. And Fingers Intertwined was something I wrote from the point of view of my dad, on how he probably feels about my mum. I mean, he's been married quite a few times now, but from what he's told me about my mum, that they never really had an argument, and that although he's been married this many times because he keeps essentially trying to find my mum again in someone else. And I mean, I don't know if that's still the case. This is a few years ago now, and certainly before his current wife. But that was the point of view I was looking at when I wrote that song. If that were me that had lost my wife, who's coincidentally still standing in the caravan with me. Not looking lost yet. How would I feel? And that's the frame of mind I tried to put myself in when I wrote that one. And maybe that's why that's the one that was chosen, because although it wasn't my wife, I did still lose my mum. And so I've still got these feelings and emotions associated with that loss. And I suppose maybe they still found their way out, even though I was trying to write from a third person. So I suppose there's just honesty in it. A couple of the other songs that were certainly in the top 5 that I decided to go against were written about my depression, and again, they seem to be getting a lot of interest because they were written so honestly. But that's a separate subject, so I'm not going to go too much into that. And we're at 13.5 minutes nearly, so I'm going to say that's the end of that video. Thank you for watching. I hope you found at least some of it interesting. Please subscribe, please watch the next video. If you've made it to number 4, there must be something that's interesting you and intriguing you to keep coming back for more. So look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for watching.